to the General Hospital recap for December 8th. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Would also be a beauty, and hit that bell down below so you get notified every time we upload a new recap. Also, if you haven't already, please contact the FCC. I have the direct link through the FCC website and also the phone numbers down below so you can call and or write them and or both. Let them know that you support net neutrality. If you don't know what net neutrality is, I have videos down below. I highly recommend the Vlogbrothers video because it gives the most amount of information in a concise way. And also, call your representative and your senators. If you don't know who your representative is, I have a link down below to find my representative. And it's also handy if you have other issues you want to talk to them about. Tax bill. But make sure you reach out and let them know that you support net neutrality and you want them to support net neutrality. The vote is on December 14th. It is very, 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 very important that net neutrality does not get lifted. I cannot believe we're even having this conversation again. We've already done this, but Team Internet needs to come together. We need to push this. We need to let them know that we support net neutrality, and also invest in your local newspaper, because who knows, maybe we're all gonna need to do that. But let's get right to it. In a room, it might be a Metro Court room. I don't know. Or it might be, it's like a hotel room. I don't know where it is. The Britch is back. Brit is in the room. Jason and Sunny go full steam ahead with the guns blazing into her room. And she's like, look, my father's gone. She doesn't know where Faison went. She saw him a few hours ago and she told him to go without her. She doesn't like being a fugitive anymore. And then she asks how Spencer is, and Sunny's like, just don't, okay? You helped him with his own kidnapping. To be fair, Spencer did that, and she came in afterwards and played along. And was it right? No. And she shouldn't have played along. But in that, like, she came up with the idea. So in a way, I kind of sympathize with her. But also in a way, I'm like, Brit, come on, you're smarter than that. They want to know what they came to find out, and they are not going to beat around the bush. She met Jason briefly back in 2012. She checked Danny out when he was a baby. Sunny asks what she knows about what Faison did to Jason, and she says, I don't really know anything. And Sunny is skeptical, and Brit's like, look, my father didn't make me an accomplice. And she didn't hear anything. She didn't overhear anything either. Jason brings up his family, how a different man, his brother, lives with his family, has a child with his wife, and was acting as his child's father. That, like, Jason needs to know why this happened. Jason tells her more of the details of what happened. Both of them abducted, memory mapping. Drew thinks he's Jason. Brit knows all of this. Drew helped Faison escape from the police. Was that when he was still under Helena Cassadine's, like, influence? I feel like it was. Sunny asked if that was always the plan for him to help Faison escape. Sunny asked if Drew was supposed to be a sleeper agent, and she's honestly not sure. There seemed to be an arrangement between Faison and Helena. Jason says his shooting was deliberate. Why was it so important that Drew had his memories and not the other way around? And Sunny can tell that she knows something she's not saying. They tell her Drew is living Jason's life right now. How did the switch happen? Where was Jason sent? He says he woke up 6 months ago in a Russian clinic. Brit says that she can't help, and Jason can see she knows something. Please tell him. And she's like, what does it matter? Like, you can't get those years back. He wants to protect his family. Brit says that Faison thought Jason was dead up until a month ago. Oh, okay. So Jason wasn't even supposed to be alive after the memory mapping. Interesting. So it wasn't a switch. It was a total replacement. At Sunny's, Jocelyn has the results of the paternity test. Oscar tells her to wait. He tells her about the footbridge, seeing Drew there. He doesn't want to know the results. He says that he'll pay her back for the money she put out, and she says that, like, that's not an issue. He doesn't want to know. Kim hasn't told him his whole life. Maybe there's a reason. He feels that in a way they're violating his mom's privacy, and he wants to give his mom another chance to tell him about his father. At the park, Nelle tells Michael she's pregnant with their child, and he's like, nope, nobody, nope, nope, nope. You're lying, you're desperate, like, I can't. He thinks it's convenient. She says she took a test yesterday and she's about 6 weeks along. He has his doubts that she's pregnant and that he's the father. Michael wants her to get a test done by a medical professional before he'll even entertain this idea. At General Hospital, now Franco wants to get married on Christmas. Also at General Hospital, Carly finds Kim there. Carly is donating a toy to Toys for Tots. Her and Kim talk about the Jason situation information, and Carly didn't hear that Drew was arrested. Carly and Kim seem to be getting along better. She tells Carly about the desertion arrest, and Carly can't believe it. Drew was abducted. He didn't desert. Carly's gonna call and find out what happened. She gets information from the desk sergeant that Drew was released. Kim tells Carly Liz and Franco are engaged because Elizabeth and Franco walk around the corner, and Carly's like, oh, no. No. Carly walks right over to Elizabeth and Franco. She's not gonna judge. Why is your foot wet? She's not gonna judge Elizabeth because of her past with Franco. And Elizabeth says, look, I don't owe you an explanation, Carly. And Carly says, well, what about the kids? When they get older and they find out who Franco is, what are you going to say to Jason because of what Franco did to Sam and Michael? Elizabeth calls her a hypocrite, and Carly's like, no, I'm not a hypocrite because I admit it was a mistake. I was only with him because I thought it was like a step to Jason because I had just lost Jason, and I hope someone convinces you that this is a mistake. Elizabeth and Franco leave. Carly goes back over to Kim, and she tells her how Franco went after Jason, and now he's marrying the mother of one of Jason's kids, and I don't think Kim knew that Elizabeth was the mother of one of Jason's kids. Kim is like, so Drew thought Jake was his? And Carly says Jason's not gonna sit back like Drew did when it comes to Franco. And Kim's like, I have to go, I have a patient. Jocelyn and Oscar run into Carly, and Carly's like, what are you doing here? Because now it is after dark, and Jocelyn's not supposed to leave the house after dark. Carly pulls Jocelyn aside. She's breaking the rules again. Oscar says it's not her fault, it's his fault. He wanted to talk to his mom and asked Jocelyn to come with him. Jocelyn knows she should have asked permission. She wants to stay just in case Oscar needs her. Carly says, fine, but you're done with this whole mystery project after tonight. And they say okay and go to talk to Kim. Turns out Nelle is Kim's next patient. Nice short notice. Michael briefs Kim beforehand. He tells her the circumstances. He wants proof of her pregnancy. There's no excitement. It's very skeptical. It's not It's not Nathan. And then Kim goes into the room with Nelle, and Nelle's like, oh, me and my boyfriend are so excited to find out if we're pregnant. Totally the opposite of Michael. So she's such a liar, Misha. She's such a liar. Nelle is 6 weeks pregnant. Michael thanks Kim. He's very down. He has very low energy, very down. Nelle wants an apology from him for doubting her. Misha, that's the funniest thing I've heard all year. Michael and Nelle find Carly, and he says he has some very important news, and I feel like Carly knows, but she won't act on it until she knows for sure. But like, she has to know. She just has to know. At the PCPD, Drew is free. He and Sam hug. Commander Fuller said he could be released. They're going to take care of the details. There's still some stuff to take care of, but it's all going to be good. Sam tells him that Jason spoke on his behalf. He's the reason that he's free. Sam says that she called him. He's the proof of the absolutely ridiculous story that sounds like it was out of a sci-fi novel. Commander Fuller believed him. They get to go home now and see their kids. Back at the park, Drew and Sam are in the park now. Elizabeth and Franco and Jake approach. Jake saw Santa, and he tells him how he asked for a fishing pole so they could go out on more fishing trips, and how he's going to go win a stuffed animal for Scout, and walks away. Sam and Drew see the engagement ring on Elizabeth's finger. Of course they hate it, but Drew says, look, I'm not Jake's father, so I don't get a vote. Oh, he just breaks my heart, Misha. My heart is absolutely broken. What about your heart? Is your heart broken, Misha? Misha says no, because I have no concept of what's happening. Drew thinks it's better to tell Jake sooner rather than later, because he's going to find out from someone else. Someone's going to slip, or someone's going to tell him. Jake comes right back. He didn't win the polar bear. He wanted to win for Scout. Elizabeth, Drew, and Jake are going to have a talk. He's not in trouble. Elizabeth gently tells Jake about the twin story, separated at birth. Jason is the other twin. This man's name is Drew. And he is Drew. He's his uncle. Poor Jake. He says it must be a mistake. Drew is so good with him, and he thought he was his father, and he feels like he is, and he's always going to be his son to him. They're tough and they're gonna face it, but Jason's his father, and Jake doesn't want another dad. He wants him. There's gonna be some changes. He's not sure how right now. He doesn't know Jason, but they know Jason wants him to be okay. It's one step at a time. They're gonna figure this out together, and Hill says that he'll always be in his life. While they're having that conversation, Franco tells Sam that she should be thanking him for dropping the charges. Sam never has to thank you for anything in her life. I don't care if you pull her out of a burning building or if you face like Sasquatch to save her. Sam never has to thank you for anything. She's like, no. First of all, a trial would not have come out in your favor. And Franco's like, I thought we reached a truce. And she's like, no. And Jason's not done with you. Franco says that he noticed she wasn't surprised when the truth came out. Is she just biding her time till she rushes back to Jason? And Sam calls him out on rushing a wedding so Elizabeth won't go back to Jason. Jake, Liz, and Drew return to Sam and Franco. Jake asks Sam about Danny. Danny is Jason's son. And he asks, what about Scout? Is she not my sister anymore? And Drew says Scout will always be his sister. He gives him another few dollars to win Scout that polar bear he was trying to win. Elizabeth tells Franco Jake is confused, but they all love him, so he's gonna be okay. At Sam Drew's house, I'm sorry, I love that name. Drew is holding Scout. He always has her. No one can take that away. Drew tells Sam he doesn't think Jake's gonna be okay. She thinks he is. He's gonna be in Jake's life. It's all gonna work out. And there's a knock at the door. It's Kim. I feel like Kim is the epitome of the Adele song. I hate to show up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't fight it. And now end scene. Britt says the Russian guys weren't working for Faison. Faison is livid that Jason is alive. The traitor crossed him again. That's something Faison said. Jason was supposed to be killed. Klein was working for the traitor, not Faison. Was Faison looking for the traitor here in Port Charles? Yes. But something spooked him and he left. He probably got news that Jason and Sonny were looking for him. That's what spooked him. The traitor could still be in Port Charles. Elizabeth wants Christmas to be about the kids. She doesn't want to get married on Christmas. They can get married in January or at the very latest February. Jake comes back. He won the polar bear. Michael tells Carly that Nelle's pregnant. Girl, you are messing with the wrong family and you are messing with the wrong person. And there's a lot of talk about Carly, like karma coming back, because this is basically what Carly did when she came to town. And I see that, and I also feel that Carly owns how bad she was when she came to town. She doesn't try to excuse it. She owns it, and she sees herself in Nelle a lot. Like, she's acknowledged that. So if there's anyone who's equipped to deal with a little problem called Nelle, it is Carly, and I am 100% looking forward to that. You have to see how he's just laying on my lap. Adorable. Hi. Oscar finds out that Kim already left the hospital. Oscar finds out that Kim already left. Why are you wet? Oscar finds out that Kim already left the hospital. Jocelyn says that she can forward him the test results if he wants. He wants Jocelyn with him when he finds out, so they're gonna go someplace quiet. Kim comes into Sam Drew's house. She didn't know Drew came very well, but the time they had together was intense. She got pregnant. Oscar is his son. Well, of course he is. Why wouldn't he be? Alright, so that is it for the 8th General Hospital recap. We are filming patio chat right now, so stay tuned for that, because you'll see that. So I will see you then, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye!
Also, Misha was wet because she salivates when she's happy, so the more you know.